Hi, how are you?
What's up?
Real piece of the gang. I'm man Tame.
Keezy.
I'm Aisha.
Yeah.
Yeah, nobody.
First of all,
I'm only messing.
I'm not the last time you got her bad ass. She kicked your ass, so.
I did.
I take that ass kicking a lot nowadays.
Well,
Like
you should shut up.
I can't.
Stop doing that. This weird. It's weird.
This video is called "What If You Die."
Yeah.
Cool.
Your time has come. You've kicked the bucket, cashed in your chips. You're pushing up the daisies.
You kick rocks.
In other words, you've died. Sorry about your loss. Luckily for you, we here at What If are here to guide you through the great beyond. How would you handle dying?
Shit.
What would happen to your body?
Decompose.
And what's on the other side?
Darkness.
This is What If. And here's what would happen if you died.
When you die.
So, bad news, Mr. Grim Reaper has shown up at your door.
It's Mr. Death or something. He's come about the reaping.
How the heck are you even supposed to process this?
You don't.
I mean,
In 1969, psychiatrist Elizabeth Kubler-Ross conceptualized 5 stages of dealing with death, a roadmap we still use today. The stages are denial, anger, bargaining, depression, and finally, acceptance. But before the Grim Reaper drags you off, let's make absolutely sure you're dead. In 1968, a Harvard panel outlined the criteria for what constitutes an individual being dead. These can be divided into 2 major groups. The cardiopulmonary criteria is when the heart has stopped beating, and the neurological criteria is when the brain no longer functions, aka brain death. If you've checked off both those boxes, I've got some bad news for you. So, what's going to happen to that body of yours? Well, before you've checked off both of those criteria, it's a gradual physical process that varies in each individual. Let's say you're lucky enough not to suffer a fatal accident, but die of natural causes instead. First, you'll start to feel a coolness in your hands, arms, legs, and feet. As your heart loses its ability to pump blood effectively, your skin will become blotchy with a reddish-purple color. This is called mottling. You'll be sleeping a lot more and will start to become uncommunicative and unresponsive. Day-to-day details will slip. You might not know the day or month or even where you are. This can usually be attributed to chemical imbalances, reduced blood flow to the brain, or a combination of the two. You'll stop eating and drinking as the time approaches, with the theory being that the human body naturally conserves energy for the process of dying. Around this time, you might start to see some unexplainable things. Bright lights, deceased loved ones, but what exactly are you seeing? What is life after death? Researchers have documented cases of people who survived being medically dead, and they all had similar experiences. They experienced things like a feeling of peace, visions of bright lights and benevolent figures, and a relief from physical pain. But are these just hallucinations? Studies at Melbourne's St. Vincent's Hospital show these visions can help an individual die more peacefully, and that they are a means of self-comfort. Is this our body trying to make the experience a little more pleasant? What about documented cases of patients dying on an operating table and claiming to have witnessed the afterlife? These patients were able to provide details of the activity in the room during their time away, and said they floated above the table or just hung out in a corner, taking in the show. In a 2008 study, 42% of cardiac arrest survivors claimed that they had some level of awareness as they were being resuscitated. These survivors said they felt that time was speeding up or slowing down. They also experienced an overall peacefulness and the feeling that they were having an out-of-body experience. Some felt joy and even saw a bright light or golden flash. That all sounds kind of nice, except for the fact that an unspecified number of patients reported feeling fear and a sense of drowning. However, there is a theory that you can prepare your body for death. A University of Wisconsin study theorizes that in a process called Tame, some monks die, yet no physical decomposition begins for more than a week. This has led to studies on the neuroscience of meditation.
Yes.
These monks enter a state of meditation before they die, providing the brain with extremely low-key maintenance duties in order to maintain the meditative state. How would the Western perspective of death change if people had a pre-death ritual where they would use decades of meditative training to get into the zone before dying?
I'm about to die, so I'm gonna.
It's kind of crazy what your brain will do when faced with death. You know, it's a lot to fathom, but luckily our friends at Curiosity Stream can help you break it down. We've been glued to the screen watching Consciousness with Deepak Chopra and Stuart Hameroff. They go over all kinds of stuff from near-death experiences to quantum entanglement. If you're as curious as we are, you're going to love Curiosity Stream. They've got thousands of documentaries and non-fiction titles from some of the world's best filmmakers, including some exclusive originals. Right now, they're giving What If viewers access to the site for free for 30 days.
Okay.
After that, it's just $2.99 a month or just $19.99 a year. Sign up at curiositystream.com/whatif and use the promo code WHATIF. But you better get to it before death shows up and ruins everything.
Can you say please?
Let's face it, we're all going to die, and judging by various accounts and studies, the experience will be different for each and every one of
Y'all
us.
are trash.
As for what lies beyond the veil, it's still a mystery. At this point, dying sounds like it would be an experience, to say the least. But what if you missed the dead man's party? What if everyone else died except you? What would life be like if you were the last human on Earth? Well, that's a story for another
You'd be lonely.
What
as
If.
hell. You'd be wishing you were dead.
Well, you're gonna.
I feel like that didn't answer the question though.
It didn't. It did not.
It
Just a
didn't.
video or nothing.
Well, so what if he dies? That was only 6 minutes. Felt so much longer.
Felt a lot longer.
7 minutes of wasted life.
But if you
I'm
know,
gonna die soon.
if you were the last person on Earth, you would still die because you can't reproduce.
I mean, either way you're gonna die, but
You're gonna die even faster because you say fuck it.
Yep. Unless you know how to hunt.
or unless you just do some weird shit.
Rabbit season.
Duck season.
Rabbit season.
Duck season.
Duck season.
Cow season. I want a burger. Like the video. Share. Subscribe for more content.
Don't.
Comment what you want to see next. Post notification bell. Hit that.
Tell me if you want to tear a girl's hair back. You missed.
That's
Ain't the fucking video.